What you are looking at is my biggest mistake in buying and selling silver. I'll explain what I did wrong and how you can protect yourself whenever you buy and sell certain silver products. Let's talk about it as we explore. There's a great variety of premiums as well as styles and types of silver that you can buy out there. You have to be careful because whenever you buy silver and you sell it, there is a great potential for a huge loss, such as I incurred when buying this. What in the Hades is going on? Exactly. This piece here is the Gods of Olympus series, Hades sitting on his throne. And it looks like he's sitting on a different throne contemplating the double deuce he's about to drop. And let's get into what this series is and what it was and how I made a mistake buying it. This series first came out in 2014, and it started with the Gods of Olympus series, and then they announced the Goddesses series. And they were nice. They were from the Perth Mint, and it had an antique finish and a high relief strike. And they were 2 ounces, which is not something you saw that often back in those days. Yeah, over 10 years ago they were released, and yeah, there were antique pieces out there, but to get actual coins from a major mint and with very nice packaging and with ancient mythology as a subject matter, these did very well. There was a lot of hype surrounding these releases, and I took part in it from the very beginning, purchasing directly from the Perth Mint, where I thought, man, I saved a lot. I remember specifically during one release whispering a video late at night that I had made a purchase of this item, and really I'm so happy and overjoyful that I've just done something great. You know, the unique artwork and just something like this is groundbreaking. These things are going to do very well. I got in at the bottom, and they're going to do great in the secondary market. In fact, look at some press releases. You know, here's a second release from the Gods of Olympus series from 2014. This is again, it's a sovereign coin, and it was a very exciting time. These things were issued, and you could get them directly from the Perth Mint for about $150 or $160, and it was 179 Australian here. And of course, if you bought it through a distributor, you'd pay a whole lot more. And man, I got them directly from the Perth Mint's website, and they sold out within minutes, really. And here's Hades. And this is another news release when this thing came out from coinnews.net. And I thought, okay, it's only 3. I've only got to collect 3 of these, and I'm protected by the spot price of silver at the very least. And of course, I was protected by that. But nonetheless, I lost out big time on this. And let's see, this issue here with the exchange was $142.07 if you bought it directly from the Perth Mint. So that is quite something. And I bought these thinking, well, this is going to do great. And in the secondary market, they ended up doing okay in the secondary market for a very short while. And then the Goddesses of Olympus series came out, and then we saw more releases come out from different mints producing the same type of thing. And the Gods of Olympus and the Perth Mint came out with 1 ounce versions of these, and it really got the point. And then there's Norse gods that came out. So all kinds of different releases, you know, and that's just it. You see things like this being released, and people jump on the bandwagon, and everything essentially gets wiped out and oversaturated. The market got oversaturated with these limited mintage products. You know, a mintage of 1,500, I think, is what it was for these. And some of these are just plain ugly. It really is. And the packaging options were really nice. They provided, as you can see here, all the different packaging for the Gods of Olympus. But they're pretty big, and it took up a lot of space. So I bought them. Secondary market was picking up on them. They were doing great. And then all of a sudden, boom, the bottom dropped out of them. You could not sell these things anywhere for anywhere near issue price or maybe issue price. And if you're going to sell them on eBay, well, you've got the 13% transaction fees that you have to deal with. and then you have to pay for shipping to ship those things out. So it's crazy. And you can see the denominations, the mintage, and everything associated with it. But again, these things just ended up pretty much tanking. These original ones ended up tanking. It's only now that we're starting to see the market pick these back up again, where they're selling for just above issue price. But if you consider the premiums you paid back then compared to what you have now and inflation, you're still losing. You're still losing big time. But, you know, when you collect pieces like this, I think my mistake was collecting them thinking, well, they're going to do great. I could maybe flip them. I fell for the hype. I really wasn't a huge fan of them. You know, they were okay. But I ended up selling them at a loss at a coin show to a dealer, and a pretty big loss at that as well, too, because I didn't want to have to deal with eBay. I ended up taking the loss on these, and I really just wasn't a big fan of them. They were okay, and I documented that on my channel, having them, showing them. If you go back and look through my videos and search for Gods of Olympus, you'll see the videos I've done on these, and you'll see the hype that I was caught up in at the time. I learned that lesson fairly quickly and early on after this series ended, and now I'm only really buying what I enjoy. I don't buy to flip. Yes, there are some things I was able to flip very quickly from the United States Mint and maybe other places, but it's not very often that I do that. And if I am going to flip, well, it'd be nice to find a place where I can do it and come out ahead on it, or at least not be punished so much, because eBay has just raised their fees yet again, and sellers are being punished this time. And it's crazy. You may have heard about that, but it's insanity what's happening with eBay. And they are the king of the castle. They're the top dog as far as an auction and a marketplace, a peer-to-peer marketplace. And you know what can happen there. There's a lot of fakes being sold on eBay, and that is a big, huge problem. So what do you do to remedy that solution? Well, this is something that I'm going to be telling you about now that I've actually known about for quite a while. But it's been hush-hush, not been able to say anything until now. I introduced to you GoldSilverSwap.com. Yes, this is a place that you can go to get access to be able to have a peer-to-peer marketplace for buying and selling precious metals, including some of the higher premium pieces that you are going to get for maybe spot or even under spot at some places that aren't very liquid. You know, when you think about it, eBay was the place to go to be able to find your items that you were looking for, and you're going to pay a premium for them because the seller's got to make some money to encounter those fees that have gone up now. Well, here you've got something with a lot lower fees with GoldSilverSwap.com. The good folks at Summit Metals have set this peer-to-peer platform up for us, and it gives you some great benefits, some very good benefits indeed, because you are going to be able to save up to 75%, or maybe even more with these new increased fees from eBay. And you will have the opportunity to have the verification of the products that you buy through Gold Silver Swap or sell. And you want to get authentication done, and you want to have good security. This is a way to do it. It is a good place to go to be able to authenticate buyers and sellers as well, which is something that you don't see even on eBay. They don't have the kind of thing set up that the Gold Silver Swap people are going to have. The folks at Summit Metals have been working very hard on this because they've seen all of the things in the market that really have not been able to provide a real solution to be able to buy and sell over at a peer-to-peer place to be able to make this thing happen. And so I think this is a wonderful thing that they've done, and this is one of the reasons why I partnered with them. And now the site is live for you to sign up. It's not open yet, but you're going to want to sign up for this because this is something that you can go to be able to sell peer-to-peer with security, not only for yourselves, but for the other end, the other party involved as well. You will have some portfolio tools that will be available to you where you can track your purchases. And also, if you decide to sell, you can click the button of the item that you want to sell, and you can list the products right on the marketplace. And again, the authentication service that they're going to be providing here, which is optional, is going to be a game changer, I think. It's going to be a great thing for sure. This really relies on you, the individual. If you want to buy and sell, you're going to need people there to do it. So they want you to sign up early before it opens to get exclusive early access. What you're going to get is a chance to list your metals ahead of the public launch, and you're going to get a premium customer support for early adopters, and potential fee discounts as well will be available to you. So this is going to be groundbreaking, I think. I've not seen anything else like this out there, and I've looked at several. In fact, I've been offered by other competitors for their versions of it, but none have compared to what GoldSilverSwap is. GoldSilverSwap.com. I'm going to put a link down in the description of this video to check it out. But if you could sign up, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up, and they're not going to sell your information either. But and you can check out GoldSilverSwap.com to get more information about what we're talking about here. If you sign up early, you will have access to those perks. So sign up now at GoldSilverSwap.com. That is one way to avoid making mistakes and buying precious metals and selling precious metals. And this is a great way to do it for sure. I wish this existed before I sold off my Gods of Olympus coins. But other types of products as well that are gold and silver. This is what it's all about. I think this is the future, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are about my mistake and about Gold Silver Swap. And I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.